965 loss to Manhattan College. Coach, an opening statement, please.
Obviously, a difficult loss for us. I thought this was a really good matchup in terms of, on the floor, one-on-one matchups. We've had two really good days of practice, so I was happy to see today that we really were much better offensively. But down the stretch, I thought Manhattan really did some really good things at their end of the floor as well. So, congratulations to the Jaspers. Difficult day for us, though.
It was a really young team. You guys were in a position to win in the fourth quarter. Is that something they have to learn how to do, put an opponent away, close
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these are experiences that our young players are getting that they'll carry them through their next, 3.5 years. So you got to keep putting them on the floor, let them experience. You can talk about it all you want, but until they experience it themselves on the floor, and then they get that memory bank of experiences, and then they have to transfer that on the court. They have to go through it. So there's some growing pains there, but can't fault our effort. Thought we really played hard. Thought we really got after it today. So we keep playing like that. We keep executing the way we executed today. Wins will follow, but we have to get the experience of these young players. Have to get experience. We got to keep them on the floor.
And then it seemed in the second half, Taylor seemed to be a little bit more aggressive under the basket. Was there an adjustment made?
No, not at all. I think, and Taylor will tell you that's Taylor making that adjustment herself. I think sometimes Taylor lets the game come to her. And sometimes I think she thinks now she really has to go after some stuff. So, we're encouraging her to do that more in the first quarter, second quarter, be more aggressive. But she's a heck of a player and did a great job in the fourth quarter. She had like 12 points in the fourth quarter. So we just needed to turn that on a little bit earlier. We put a lot on her, and I think she's grown tremendously as a player. Each year she's improved. And I think understanding and learning how to take over games is new for her. So I think as we move through the stretch of the season, we've got like 12 games left, we'll see her hopefully start to do that a little earlier in the game. That will help put the game away earlier for us.
For a player who didn't start, could you certainly have the ball in her hands down the stretch, and a lot of good things happened for Manhattan? What was something that could have been done a little bit differently defensively to really deny her from really kind of getting their offense going down the stretch?
I got to tell you what, we know how she likes to play. I've seen her play for 4 years in AAU ball, high school ball. We didn't take away her strength, which is getting to the rim left-handed like that. I thought that hurt us. And you know what? She's got good quickness and did some really good things. I think we just have to do a better job of taking away her strength.
And a good offensive performance from Janelle Mullen, something she can build on moving forward. Yeah. How important is confidence in her game?
Well, obviously the other night, Janelle had been really sick, battling the flu. I thought we did a good job. She did a really good job taking care of herself. But, again, as a sophomore, her game is, kind of inconsistent. But again, it's just when Janelle plays well early, she tends to play better for the entire game. What I've liked about her in the last couple of games is that she's really concentrated and focused more defensively. Coach has been honored to be like, forget about your offense, coach. Concentrate defensively, and then your offense will come. We also called a few more things for her tonight to get her going, which we thought was important. And but I thought she did a terrific job tonight. She was really good, and if she could become consistent in her play, that's really going to help us. So we're looking at a bunch of freshmen, sophomores on the floor. So. The inconsistency, as they play more, they're going to get better and better, and that's good for us down the road.
Let's turn our attention to a junior in Sam Myers. So much of what Sam does doesn't show up in the box score.
Absolutely.
How integral is she on a team that relies so much on freshmen and sophomores?
Well, right now, every night we give Sam the toughest defensive assignment, their best player, their best post. And what we keep constantly trying to tell her, even on the floor when she's playing with Zoe or Ashley comes in, or even Amani, because Amani really hasn't, she was injured for 2 years. So, to constantly just keep talking to them and helping them, even though she has the toughest player on the floor. And I think Sam's doing as good a job as she possibly can, to her strengths, her defensive play, boxing out, rebounding, getting better at that 10-foot jump shot. Sam does a terrific job for us. And she is playing with other young posts. Obviously, with Sajana, she's playing with all young posts. So a lot of that burden should fall on her, and I think she's handling it really well.
And looking ahead, matchup with Ryder on the horizon. Played well against Ryder the other night. Definitely a winnable game.
Absolutely.
And so what did it take from that experience and today's experience to win down in Lawrence?
You know, I thought what helped for us was, you know, the other day, we spent a lot of time watching film from Ryder, and what we found was we weren't executing it all. You know, our young guards were like running after the ball. Our post players, our young posts weren't where they were supposed to be on the floor, so our spacing was poor. And I thought tonight we saw better execution offensively. I think the film session and some of the things we've done in the last 2 days have helped, but with Ryder, we have to execute offensively. We did not execute the other night offensively. Played tremendous defense and held them under their average by about 13, 16 points. So we want that same effort defensively. We just have to execute better offensively.
Right?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Okay.